it's a plasteel one. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't have more eggs in and around the place. Because I have all the ducks and the chickens here now, and I should be producing enough general eggs for it. A manhunter. Okay, hold on. Was that the one that avoided getting attacked before? Is this what this is? It is. Alright, that's fine. It's just a couple of rats. I was going to say we managed to do a sneaky and steal the goods without having to deal with the threat. So I knew Phoebe Chillax would be pissed, but I wasn't quite sure how she was going to go about it. But all of these people more or less are gunners, so they'll be fine. Just get you guys to stand ready. We do have trees in the way here, but it's mostly a clear shot. I don't think too many of you guys have... No, you're all guns. Yeah, cool. I don't like where Seal's standing though. Hey, Phoenix. What's up? Phoenix is my cat friend, but he doesn't know. He's been doing a lot of meowing tonight. He's been like walking back in and meowing at me. He had a snooze for a while. But... Oh shit, you good? He just hit his back on the desk. Alright, he's fine. I'm guessing he went off to have like a snack or something. He must have woken up. He's fine. Glorious rest of your stream. No worries. I'll be here for a while. Thanks for hanging out. Get you to keep going. Can't really pick up much else. I don't want the rats. Let's take the urns. I could take the tables. There's more slate blocks. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll keep going with that. I'm sure we'll probably get attacked like another time or so. And these guys, they're nearly home. So once they get there, I think they're carrying the steel. But if they have enough of the animals, we might end up getting an auto cull. And if we get an auto cull, then we'll get food. Where are you going? You're going out. You're going out. I didn't realize I sent 2 caravans so soon after each other. That one looks like it's going to catch this one. If it catches up to it, I'll merge them because they're going to the same location. So it doesn't matter. Beza. The fuck? It's a long time no peek. How are you? I'm doing alright. Well, all the little Christmas tree hats. That's so funny. What are you up to, Beza? Thank you for the fucking resub. Area revealed. Is that down the bottom here? Yeah. I thought so. I need to leave one of these squares as unmined. What have you been up to? I know you've been like super busy. I think that should be centered enough to this that they shouldn't collapse it. But yeah, I feel like it's been a little bit since you've got to see what's going on. And a psychic hydrone for the males. Is that here? Okay, so we got psychic hydrone at both locations. Cool. Phoebe Chillax is pissed. I sent a squad of gunners to pick up like a psychic soothe popper and a psychic shock lance. And I managed to steal it without encountering the enemies. And she's attacked our caravan. She's put the high psychic drone over here. She's put the high psychic drone over here. And I'm expecting it to like kind of continue realistically. Yeah, she's not happy. But it's fine. I guess it's less that I've been busy and more that I've just been busy a lot of the times. Let me be catching a stream. Honestly, I've been pretty chill for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Oh yeah, but that happens though. Like, I always say, like, you know, like, don't try to prioritize getting to stream and stuff. Like, if you've got stuff happening, IRL stuff happens first, you know? I'm just happy if, like, you happen to get time and want to be here and stuff. That corner I kind of out-dug by accident, but that's okay. Yeah. Here we go. This corner over here is a problem. I don't know if they dug it from the outside. I might still dig this out, but I'll have to put something in that spot. I'm trying to like dig out a little area where like my animals could get access to food and I could kind of like keep them safe-ish. But I'm just trying to decide how I want to do this because I could take down this whole back wall and connect it to this main one. We'll see. I don't think I'll be able to put as many air conditioners as we had. I only had 2. I might be able to do it. Hold on, let me have a look at where they line up with this. That would be inside and that one would not. But I could just put them on the outermost side if I really needed to. So, or I could just line them up with that instead. We'll see. Plus there was also like a few days where like, I think you said like you would have been able to have watched me and then I was like sick. Here we go, another fight. I knew we were going to get all the fights. Who are you? Stinners. What do you do? You're super loyal. Alright, well RIP you then I guess. Because I don't take super loyals. Let's get you guys all lined up nicely. If I can. I kind of don't want you guys in line with a tree. There we go. That'll do it. There's only one person, we should be fine. I mean, I like hanging out and stream when I can. Funny voices help me relax. If we're not interacting on any given day, I've been out of the house or sleeping at weird times. I had to go to the nearest big town for stuff. The week where you were ill, remember that? You're doing better now. Yeah, I'm doing alright. My partner's got sick again, so that kind of sucks and is a bit unusual because he doesn't usually get sick twice. But I'm still trying to maintain the less streaming hours and stuff at the moment. I need you guys not to get hit by that. There we go. Yeah, I'm still trying to keep to like a maximum of about 3 hours because when I stream, I'm so physically exhausted after the stream from like the talking and stuff still. It like wins me pretty badly. There's not much I can do about that, so I just try to keep it shorter and try to rest afterwards. But when I am streaming, I want to stream longer. Like, it's not that I want to do like 2 to 3 hours. I want to stream like 3 to 4 hours. But I know that if I do, I'm absolutely just wrecked afterwards. So I'm trying to be good about that. Like, even if it's like most of the end of the year, I'd rather like rein it back and then have energy and stuff instead of just absolutely flooring myself. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm doing. Oh my god, the blob of buffaloes. Yeah, well, there's also, you know, the snowstorm of animals and stuff that is generally my maps. But I have culled a lot. Deadlifts, tantrum. Okay, that's fine. I've got high psychic drone at both locations, so I'm just trying to keep it saved as frequently as I can, because if somebody decides to like run wild or like leave, it's a lot easier to roll it back than like potentially the glitch that is yes, I might be able to get them, or no, I might not be able to get them kind of thing. Because more often than not, it won't let me get them, you know. So it's just easier to kind of save it a little bit more often. Whoever was in here did a good job. Let's find somebody else to do construction stuff. What else am I supposed to be doing tonight? Just give me a sec. I've done the quest. I am making pods. I'm supposed to be making more storage. And getting the deep drills, the hospital beds over. And building the fabrication stuff. That's fine. Okay, I can come back to that in a minute. Let's find another one of the ladies to come out here and do some construction stuff, because the guys are on high psychic drone, so I'm leaving them the fuck alone if I can, you know. So it's just funny seeing them all in this tiny area. I've never seen that before. The ambush. It was just a what do you call it? Like the quest that I did initially was a mech ambush, and they all had like guns that were clearly going to like pierce my colonist brains. So I could see what Phoebe Chillax was doing. She was trying to like, you know, forcibly remove colonists again. And I'm like, nah, let's see what else you got on offer. So I re-rolled it and I got all the way up to building. I broke in and I took the items and I left. and there was no threat. So now she's probably pretty pissed. Like, imagine the Tom and Jerry, like Tom with like his face on fire, looking at like what I just did kind of thing. That's what I imagine she's doing right now. So she's attacked my caravans a couple of times, and she's got 2 high psychic drones for the males at both locations. So she's trying her best to like make them pissed off, make them leave and stuff, but it's not really like an issue. Not for me anyway. Like, I'll just save it. If anybody decides to leave, I'll just roll it back. And, you know, that's a little bit easier than, you know, in case, like, I can't do the fixing them up. Because I have got a glitch tonight that I can't always make my colonists do a task. Sometimes it's just not... Like, you know how you can stack up tasks and stuff? Sometimes they just won't do it. And it says that, like, it's compiling them here, but they won't go and do it. So I don't know what that is, but that one's new. So I figure, because I could have any given issue, it's just easier to roll back sometimes, you know. I'm just trying to see if I can find Labia out around that place, because she can do trading, and I've got somebody that wants to do trading. There she is. Come with me, Labia. He's all the way down. He's in somewhere here. There he is. Can you go see what he wants? Also, how are my allies? Mostly okay. We're doing really good. Yeah, let me save that. Ambush. The other thing too is, like, at night when all my animals run back down here, it's always a sight to see as well. But over here, they kind of zigzag down here and they zigzag up here to get into this little pocket. And that's pretty cool to see. But I have quite a lot of them now living down the bottom of my map, which is interesting because we had quite a lot up the top previously. And I think this is mostly sealed. I think I've mostly sealed this area at the top half. Yeah. So they're not kind of getting out anymore. The other thing too is I probably need to move my solar panels down one. But I'll have to do that. I'll have to do that kind of in my own time. High psychic drone. It's fine. As long as they're just having tantrums and stuff. Every time somebody does something, I'm just saving it. Because as long as it's not they're leaving or something, it's fine. Let's get this closed back up because holy shit, I didn't realize that that was still open. Dr. West should be able to do construction. Yeah, he could do construction well enough. Probably shouldn't have grabbed you because you should probably rest, but this is fine. And we've got Varb's got starvation. He's actively eating. I do need somebody to clean the kitchen. So when you're done cooking, I'll get you to clean these rooms up. Because they're pretty bad. Honestly. There we go. Okay. So that should hopefully get this place tidied up a tiny bit. A little less food poisoning. They keep making this like relatively dirty every time they come in here. That's miscarriage due to starvation. Doesn't really surprise me. Like, look how many fucking cats I've got in this like little corridor here alone. Hold on. Got like 17 over here. Sad Wanderer, delicious. That's fine. He can go be delicious in his own time, I guess. That's still growing. They are building the buildings in here, which I'm very happy to see. They've done this. So we can now start making components. And I kind of just want to leave them as like a one type stand. So I kind of want you guys to do this until we have probably coast on about 100. And I'm going to make a separate stack because what happens is my people will bags the thing. And if somebody's away, nobody else will come over and work on it. And I think there's a sheep in here, which is probably trapped. So we'll get that culled. I finally managed to keep my people the fuck out of certain areas, like my animals and stuff. So that has been pretty useful. I don't want that to be forever. Hold on. I'm just going to set a lot of these up as 100. Make a couple of benches, make components. And then I'll set up a couple of other things to do something else. I want this whole stack here to be components. If I can. This just allows me a little bit more people that can work on this. I don't think I need this many of this, but we'll see what we need as we start building shit, you know? Let's make some advanced components. I also want this to be 100. I'll have somebody come down and start making stuff like ASAP. I know it because I have people that have the skills and haven't been able to make anything. So we'll have a couple of these making advanced components in the background here. Like I said, making 2 on each is just a little bit easier in case somebody decides to like bags it. Hey Q, what are you up to? I have some of my drink. Hold on a second. Feeling better? Yeah. I'm doing alright. You know, it's interesting though, like, the tummy squeeze. Hold on. I wasn't sitting in a spot to be able to do that for a second. Yeah, no, I'm not sick anymore, which is good. But as I was saying to Berza just a moment ago, like when I'm streaming, I tend to find that I'm exhausted afterwards if I do like 3 or more hours kind of thing. Like if I try to do like my usual amount, I'm very tired afterwards. So I'm still keeping like my streams pretty short just for that kind of reason. But yeah, apart from that, I'm doing good. I just find it funny that like, you know, my partner's sick again. I'm not sure like what he's sick with. It's unusual for him to get sick more than once, you know, because usually that's me. Might end up making bionics and stuff. I want to start making proper armor, by the way. We'll get onto that in a minute, but I'll get back to building the eyes and stuff because my colony needs like
cheese.
Yes. I also got cheese slices this week. It was great. I forgot that Azula really likes cheese slices. I'm gonna get them back up to like having X number of everything again. So I'm gonna have like a few benches of when they're like doing stuff, you know? It's a rat set. I don't have any rats in my colony. We did just go cull some. How you doing, PJ? I redeem cheese, lol. You need to build it back up, yeah? Yeah, it basically is that. It's, at first I thought it might just be like a lung capacity issue, because that happens usually whenever I have like some kind of like respiratory infection type thing. I normally end up like pretty reasonably winded for a while, but I think it's just like all of the things. It's just having a couple of infections in the same year is just kind of smacked me around a little bit, you know? Just, it's a little bit harder. But I did start walking again. That was nice, like going for walks, which I haven't really done for a while. I remember actually, Keelan, I see you peeking at me. I think you were the one that was on me last year about going for walks and stuff. And I was like, it was too dangerous temperature wise. So I just didn't do it. And I got approved that I was like good to do like general exercise and shit again at some point. And just kind of like didn't pick it back up kind of thing. So yeah, everything just kept happening when I went to like try. So yeah, I don't know. It's been nice. So welcome in everyone. Bethara, Keelan, I see you guys in here. I hope they feel better soon. Yeah, I don't know what he's sick with. I actually guessed that he might have like something like tonsil related, like tonsillitis or something, but no confirmation or whatever, fuck knows. It's definitely like not well, so it's only like the first couple of days of it though, so he could be fine, you know. He only recovers from stuff a lot faster than I do. Nice fresh outside air should help with the lung stuff too. Yeah, it's more so just like going outside and just like the only problem I've got with streaming at the hours that I do is I used to like going for a walk at night and like just like looking at the moon and looking at the stars and stuff like that. It was something I enjoyed. And because I stream from like 10 until 2 a.m., like most of the time I'll miss out on that, and I normally only wake up at like either 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. and I'm not somebody that enjoys doing exercise before other stuff, right? Like I prefer exercising as like the last thing I do before I go for a shower, more or less. I always have. So yeah, like I'm not going to go for a walk before stream, for instance. It's just not my jam. But going for a walk after stream has been nice. It's just that, you know, it is also the middle of the night. So it's one of those things where I feel like I'm shady for being outside in the middle of the night. And I'm like, somebody's going to like drive past one day. Like a police car's going to drive past one day and like pull over and be like, the fuck you up to or something. And I'm like, I feel like I need to wear bright colors or something not to look shady. It's so stupid, but that's what I feel like is going on, you know? I'm going to leave those 2 back tables as just components for the moment. I'll just set them up forever for the minute so that somebody can work on them. So at least they've got a bill, right? And I will fine tune because I want to do armor. I want to get my colony up to armor, which is part of why I'm trying so hard to keep all the steel that I've got.
Cheese.
Bubba, what are you slapping cheese around in here for? What are you up to, man? Animal starvation. Is that the cats again? No, it's here we go, Beza. This is all the animals coming home kind of business for the night. Obviously, I don't have as many over here as normal, but you know how it is. Yeah, apart from that, I am doing all right. I kind of forgot that around Christmas time, a lot of people tend to be like busier and stuff. So for like the last week or so, it's been like pretty quiet in stream, kind of. There's been a couple of days where like chitty chats happening and stuff, but it's been, I don't know, a little bit like lonely from that perspective because I'm like, it's just big bouts of like quietness sort of thing. So yeah. But I also know that Twitch also had a known issue where people actively could not chat and stuff. So I don't know how much of it was that too. But I kind of forgot that at this time of year, everybody kind of gets busy and is generally unavailable and stuff. So I'll probably start seeing less people in chat between now and Christmas. So yeah, once I kind of realized that, I kind of was fine. So I've just been kind of like doing what I'm doing sort of thing. Else. Keep forgetting it's not Rim Connect. I can't just summon people rats if they want them. No. I don't even know if we've got rhinos in the area we could go hunt, but I don't see any generic ass rats. Where are these rhinos? Oh, they're in the turret zone. They'll be fine. And we've got hares over here. Yeah, we had manhunter rats, earlier. And one of my caravans just arrived, which I don't know if I got that on the save then, but we'll see. That would be... Oh yeah, the dromedary caravan. One of the dromedary caravans. Yes, it's fine. So, yeah, these guys arrived. They will have steel on them, honestly. I'm curious where they're going to go to sleep. So, yeah, most of my animals are kind of like roosting down here now. And I'm not sure why. Also, I guess my mufflos are clipping each other, so that's a sight I haven't really seen. Yeah. I feel like the bed should be spread out a little bit more. I guess I don't generally look in, like, here. I guess I do it here too. It's just there's so many animals. It's hard to tell what's going on in there, you know? But yeah, I kind of want to follow these guys in because I want to get them to drop stuff if they could take it up. I don't know, they're just walking it inside here. This isn't a pen, guys. You gotta take them places, you know? And the stamina. Yeah. Stamina for streaming, though, is a little bit of pacing. Like, as you guys saw, like, the first week I came back from being sick, I kind of had to, like, pause between words to get enough oxygen. It also doesn't help that I'm anemic as well. So whenever I have any kind of like respiratory issue and I'm not getting a good supply of oxygen, I also just don't have a good natural supply of oxygen going to like all of everything. So yeah, it kind of like it hits me pretty hard. And then also I've got asthma as well. So just oxygen in general, breathing in general. Yeah, it's all kind of a bit difficult. I don't know where you're taking them to, but she's just like letting them out inside here. This isn't a pen zone. I guess it's quick, it's working, whatever, but I guess because it's nighttime, they're all trying to run off to sleep. I love walking. I've been walking so much this year now that I have my physical health back to reasonable standards. But that's also another thing too, is that like at this point, because like my Crohn's is pretty well under control, and apart from the recent sickness and stuff, I am in like reasonably good health, and I've been able to do a lot of stuff that I haven't been able to do for like over a decade and stuff, like even just like basic like, you know, house maintenance and stuff like that. I've been able to like manage again, which has been really, really nice. It's been something I've been trying to be consistent with and stuff to a degree without like overdoing it and stuff, because obviously like I still have like old injuries and stuff, and all my joints and stuff will hurt and whatever if I don't do things carefully. Like I accidentally twisted my knee again the other week, which, you know, isn't too hard for me to do because I did twist it a long time ago. Like it was more like I sort of sprained it this time, but I have twisted it in the past. So it's really easy to irritate doing certain like activities, like even just carrying a laundry basket, for instance. But also like my shoulder was hurting out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, but I must have done something. So like just being aware of that and dialing stuff back as I need to. But yeah, like I've got a treadmill. I have a treadmill because when I didn't have physical health, like with my Crohn's and stuff, I couldn't go for a walk outside because I still needed to be near toilet facilities and stuff, right? And yeah, I bet you're trying to offer me something else to go out to. Because I couldn't just go freely for a walk around like a suburb or whatever. I got that, and I've been meaning to use it since February, but we got like distracted with the cyclone issue and stuff, and I just didn't get to use it. And now I'm just kind of like, I actually really just want to go outside and see if I can like do a short walk and manage that, because I feel like I can again. And I did manage to do like a little walk. It wasn't very far, but like just to go outside, like it doesn't sound like it's a big thing to other people, but to me it is a big thing because I haven't been able to just freely go do that for a long time. And now I can, and it's kind of like, you know, like there's a SpongeBob meme where he kind of like just sits there and his like hands are together and his thumbs are together kind of thing, and he just looks like in deep like concerned thought sort of thing. And I just sort of like sit there like that sometimes afterwards, and I'm like, I was able to do that, or I did that, you know, and just like I have to sit there and come to terms with it in a sense, because it's been so long. It's been over a decade for me. Yeah, monumental steps for me, but like basic normal shit for other people, you know. But yeah, I want to try to go outside and walk a bit more, but it's also going to start getting really hot at night soon. It'll start being like 32 degrees at night, so summer's going to be like bah doing that, but it's fine. It might be okay at about the time I plan to go. So they're offering a tornado generator, a psychic soothe pulsar, a masterwork marine helmet, gold, substantial amount of gold, camp loot, or an orbital bombardment targeter, uranium camp loot. Honestly, that's a little bit better than that, because the tornado generator will normally not be useful. Goodwill camp loot, and it's for 11 pirates. And I reckon I'd get attacked like a half a dozen times on the way there. Where is it? I don't mind that it's near Minwick. I just gotta wait for these guys to come home. I probably should have waited to accept that, but it's fine. Once they come home, I'll have most of my gunners here. Like I could potentially drop all the rocks and go back out, but I think I've only got 12 people and that's 11. I could transport pod a couple of people, but I'd only get like 2 extra people per pod. How are these guys? Because I have all these slate chunks. Actually, let's just ditch those to begin with. That way you guys can get home faster, because they'll just rip home now, because that was only like a day or so's journey. So if I can get them home, I'll get them back out, because I don't want them to go out with valuables on them. They'll just keep getting attacked. And I want to make a couple of bedrolls for them. Not that they're going to make it in time, but, you know, I'd like to try, you know. And we're also digging this out too. So let me see if I can grab somebody to deconstruct something. Food binge, that's fine, man. Yeah, I remember when I had my stoma, I literally couldn't go outside without someone else due to the complications. I couldn't realistically do more than a couple of hours because I'd be sick for the rest of the day. Going outside can be a genuine struggle when you're chronically ill. It can be, especially when like I have to consider like, you know, additional aspects. Like most people don't have to consider being near toilet facilities for one thing. You know, I also have to consider the temperature of outside, and not just like heat temperature, but humidity is a big factor too. Because, yeah, I can, humidity will like cause me like nosebleeds, for instance, but like it'll also cause me to faint if it's too humid or too hot and stuff. So, you know, just a basic activity like